Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to our channel, the place where we hang, guys. I had four little tiny pizzas, like spinach pizzas, pizzas, just tiny ones. And I was in bed all day yesterday, and I slept all day. I think, no lie, like from 2 o'clock in the afternoon till I don't know about 4 o'clock this morning. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. It does. It changes all the time, but I guess I needed it and I was probably exhausted. Thank you for the wonderful live we did yesterday. I think that I am going to just do an everybody has a story to tell story about my dear friend Sylvia because I had so many memories flash through. And but thank you guys. Thank you so much and for your kind words and everything you wrote on the community page. Thank you so much, guys. I so appreciate you. I love this community that we've built. I really love it. That being said, I still got some people writing to me about Gypsy Rose because it's become I have to hate Gypsy because I didn't hate Dee Dee. I didn't hate Gypsy. I hate her now because of everything she's done that represents who she is and the continued fraud and manipulation that has been her life. And some of us are calling her out on it. And now the distraction is going to, well, we must have been a fan of Dee Dee's. Listen up, mate. I wasn't a fan of what Dee Dee did. I don't think what Dee Dee did was right, but I've never been a single mom who was basically trying to make it alone as a single mom without the support and finances of other people to help me if I got in trouble financially. I don't know what happened to make Dee Dee say, whoa, look at what I could do. Or maybe people started feeling sorry for Gypsy. Listen, Gypsy didn't look like a healthy kid per se. She had that wandering eye, she had that weird looking nose. This is not me making fun. This is me talking about something that could have happened. She had the protruding mouth and the constant rabid type behavior and the lip licking and all that. That somebody might have said to her, "Wow, what's wrong with your kid?" I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. Somebody could have just, and that could have been the thing to light up Dee Dee to say, "Holy shit, man, might as well take advantage of this situation. I could spend time with her. I could give her everything she wants out of life. Rod's not pulling up to the plate here, paying bills. He's not consistent. Rod himself said he wasn't very consistent with payments. And here's a woman still trying to make it. So I'm not saying what she did was right, but if you're going to allow Gypsy mitigating circumstances, you didn't allow Nick, the same people that are, bitching up a storm here, those same people, you didn't allow Nick mitigating circumstances, and you're allowing Dee Dee none. So Gypsy's the only one that gets the benefit of the doubt here, right? In the meantime, we know that Gypsy was legitimately sick. Gypsy had legitimate problems that Dee Dee was trying to figure out. And Dee Dee was in the medical field, right? So Gypsy actually did and does have a microdeletion, a chromosome disorder, okay? A problem that shows up in different ways of people. But back then, I don't even know if it was diagnosed or not, but Dee Dee was genuinely concerned about her daughter, and she was trying to find answers. And even if she knew about the chromosome disorder, or she still didn't know how to treat it, the best way to treat it. So that's legitimate. I'm not saying that she had chemo, pretending that she had cancer and all that shit. That wasn't legitimate. That was a crime, but it wasn't taking the life of somebody. It was taking a helicopter ride from somebody who actually needed it out of Hurricane Katrina to get to safety, but it wasn't taking a physical life at the time, which is exactly what Gypsy did, what Gypsy had Nick do, who, again, those mitigating circumstances, Nick had a disability where when you say something to the average bear, they're going to interpret it a certain way. you can probably get 100 people, and they'll probably interpret it. Probably 85% is probably going to interpret it one way, and maybe 15% are going to interpret it a different way. Nick would have been one of those 15. So, no mitigating circumstances for him. No mitigating circumstances for Dee Dee, but you want to give it all to Gypsy for something that didn't even happen. She didn't have Munchausen by proxy. She didn't have it. Prove it. Prove it. I challenge it. Come up to the plate and prove it. Instead, I have some people that think that I should believe Gypsy. Like, they believe Gypsy. They take the whole thing and they eat it. I don't believe Gypsy. Why? Because she's told the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help her God? That really? You mean the woman that used a man who just loved her to get out of prison because his address looked good, because on paper he looked good? She never saw anything more to Ryan. I'm sorry, Ryan. But if she saw anything more to you, she wouldn't have been so. Come on, look at how quick she left you as soon as she heard Ken was available. So it might not been Ken. You can't blame Ken. Ken fucked up. Don't blame him for the end of your relationship, because if it wasn't Ken, it would have been somebody else, because Gypsy had no desire to stay with you, Ryan. She just wanted to get out of jail, get out of prison, and have an address to parole to. This is the evil of Gypsy Rose that continues to this day, to the point that we don't know if she's pregnant. We don't know who the baby daddy is. We can't trust her because everything out of her mouth is a basic lie. And then you got mainstream media giving her a friggin' platform, sending her to colleges to talk about what? How do you unalive your mom and only get 8 years? Well, okay, but then make it about that. Don't make it about some survivor. There's no survivors here. You got one perpetuator. And look at the damage she has left behind. I keep saying she is like that Charlie Brown character, Pigpen, but the damage is more than just trash. Though that's behind too. If you look at any place she ever lived in, it's all been trash. Look at the inmates that she was once friends with, that because they have no use, she has no use of them anymore. They no longer are there. That's the same behavior that took Dee Dee out. It's the same behavior. So those people that keep sticking up for her, give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, you just like Dee Dee. I never got to know Dee Dee. We didn't get to know Dee Dee. We didn't get to hear Dee Dee's side of the story. We didn't get to hear that. You want to talk about a woman that tells you that she's had so many surgeries, her mom, so many surgeries? Bullshit. Did you see through the house? How much shit was Dee Dee's? Because the house looked like a playpen for Gypsy, who was actually, 23 years old, but had toys and shit, except for what was inside of those drawers, that role play bullshit. You know, those fuzzy handcuffs. Is that what Dee Dee got to keep her daughter? You think so? I don't think so. Where's the dog collar? Where's the dog leash? Where's that shit? That wasn't there. You know what was there? A bunch of Gypsy shit, a messy fucking house, and a dead body. An obese dead body that couldn't get out of the bed to protect herself, let alone run after her kids. So why didn't Gypsy just leave? Because that's not what she wanted to do. But she didn't want to do what happened either. She wanted to do like a Gone Girl Gone. You know, what happened at that house that night was, I believe, still supposed to be some sort of home invasion gone bad. And I believe that Nick wasn't supposed to leave that house. I believe that because Gypsy never gave herself a place to go after that night. She had to get herself a place to go after it happened. There was never a ticket for Gypsy to leave the area. I think she was going to leave with somebody else, and that somebody else said, holy fuck, I ain't doing this shit. This is, what, were you serious? Were you really serious? Were you serious? I don't
Oh, was I?
I mean, so whole interrogation, she never said a bad word about her mom. She blamed it on Nick. Nick didn't like her. In the meantime, Nick was the only one that said anything nice about her. Look at that. Look at the interrogation. Nick said, I really liked her. And as I got to know her more, Nick was the only one felt any kind of guilt. Not Gypsy. The pure evil of Gypsy Rose. That's who she is. That's who she is. She was born that way. Totally convinced she was born that way. I don't think Dee Dee did anything to her. I think there's people that are just born that way. And, there's bad people in life. There's bad adults. They started as bad kids. Trust me, I honestly met a couple of them. No lie. In the jobs that I've done, the positions that I've held, I've met a couple of them. And, far and few, but they're there. Who knows now? But 20 years ago when I was in that field, 15 years ago when I was in that field, fucking A, yeah, I met them. I met evil. So they're there. They're there, guys. And, Gypsy has just done nothing but to she just makes the situation worse and worse and worse. First, it was the Munchausen by proxy. Now, I want you to understand, first of all, she claims, and we've said this, over 30 surgeries, there's 4 scars on her. So where's the surgeries? Then, if you go through that, why are you going to go and have more surgeries? Like, that's really weird. You claim to have some sort of problem being triggered, but you're only triggered when it's convenient for you to be triggered. Wouldn't you be triggered by surgeries and hospitals and such like that? No, you know why? Because it was a fucking holiday for you, Gypsy Rose. Everybody paid attention to Gypsy. It became Gypsy's hour. She got to meet celebrities. Come on, man, be real. That's the life her mom gave her. Listen, did she have to sit in a wheelchair long? Did she have to act a certain way? Did she have to sing in front of all these people and give everybody, make their ears bleed and get all this attention? Yes, if she wanted that life. And I'm sure at some point Gypsy said, yeah, I'm in it. I'm here. Let's go for it. Because at any time, Gypsy could have said, listen, let me get a job and just let's tell people that, little by little, I've gotten better. Gypsy could have changed the story anytime. Instead, she took that friggin' story, she put a twist on it, and she made it 10 times worse. And that's what pure evil Gypsy Rose Blanchard has done. Guys, I'm sure I'm still going to get the one or two people that are like, you don't understand. Well, unless you were a fly or a stink bug in the wall of that hum on Volunteer Way or Volunteer Drive, whatever it was in Missouri, you don't either. How's that? Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip, and we're gonna make more fun out of Gypsy Rose, but this one I wanted to put out because I got a few comments over the past couple weeks that I have been speaking out about Dee Dee's legacy. That it's like she didn't deserve a legacy. Yeah, she did. She doesn't deserve the legacy that her daughter gave her. She didn't earn that. So the fact that Gypsy's trying to put that spin on her mom is just, and the fact that people are buying it is even more bullshit. But that's just the mainstream media, right? Because we know what's going on down here. Guys, be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always, always be kind, and thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. We're not a cult. We don't make you stay. If you don't like us, you could leave. Stay, and nobody bites without you asking for it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one.